Hi, my name is Patience Rose, and I'm the founder and CEO of Red Worldwide. At Red Worldwide, we really believe in taking a business from their very informal thought processes of, trying to get started all the way to the point of becoming a thriving, viable concern. And one of the things that I have come to understand is that I have to stay in that position of helping to act as the architect. People bring their dreams, their desires, their hopes to me, and I put the scaffolding on it and help them build that thing from the very ground, foundational floor all the way up to its wonderful conglomerate. So Red Worldwide was birthed out of a dream to make sure that all people had an opportunity to live out their purpose in life, but to create a viable company that would live beyond them. I had the experience of growing up with two wonderful parents who were entrepreneurs that subsidized their entrepreneurial endeavors with their everyday life and jobs that they had. That experience for me was kind of eclipsed by the fact that when they both passed away, and I would say they passed away too soon, we never got an opportunity to see their businesses do anything after that. And that was a real challenge for me because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand how they could have been such pillars in our communities. And my mother, there were so many people at her funeral. It took 4 hours for them to view her body and to see how she had impacted the community and impacted even our state, because there were state representatives there and all of that. But then to see that impact in with her almost, because it just wasn't a comfortable place for me. It's sometimes a hard one to talk about. And when I was looking at what my life had become and what I wanted to do with my next 50 years, I thought about the fact that of all the things I had done, all the businesses I had started and been a part of, how the businesses did not seem to have the longevity that I really believed they should have. So of course I started doing the research. What sets Red Worldwide apart from its competitors is that we are navigators. We are like guides with guardrails. We come to our clients and we help them understand that it is our determined purpose to navigate them to profitable practices, to proven paradigms, and to clear paths of purpose. It's more than just giving you a few ideas or helping you to see something that you haven't seen before. It's actually walking you through to make sure that you don't have any unplanned detours that keep you from getting to your ultimate goal. The most rewarding part of my job is planning out with a client a path, helping them to put together what we call a backwards business plan and watching them achieve success. I remember the first time that I had the opportunity to assist a client in building value within their company. And it was more than just helping them with their financial performance. It was actually helping them to increase their valuation and to watch them move not just into hundreds of thousands of dollars, but to millions of dollars in just a few months was one of the most exciting things that I could ever experience. But another type of excitement that I experienced was to watch someone who had a small business and they were just really getting started and they really needed to just get a few pieces of equipment and some chemicals to help their small janitorial company become viable and to serve the clients that they had just picked up, because they had picked up a few new clients and they were not going to be able to service them in a way that was satisfying to them. They wanted to be able to do hospital grade cleaning, and they couldn't do that with what they had. And to watch them come and apply and get a startup grant through us and actually be able to go back home to Louisiana with a truck full of chemicals and all of the equipment that they needed was a very exciting thing. I think for me, it's, because I feel like I'm the architect and I'm just watching all of these businesses grow up right there with the ideas and concepts that a person has. And I think for me, as I see them grow, it's like I'm doing it too, and so I've heard one of my clients say this, and it really is true. She says, "Wow, I really feel like my success is your success." And I think it's that way for our entire team. My advice for entrepreneurs who are just starting out is get a coach. Get a coach. Get a coach. Get a mentor. It's really, really important to have someone there to help you navigate things. I'm telling you that for me, even I have a coach, and I know that seems like, well, wow, you are helping people and you're coaching people. And I have a ton of certifications, a bunch of receipts. I've gone to college and done a few degrees, but I also have this concept of the word key, meaning keep educating yourself. And so I am a lifelong learner, and I have tremendous respect for people who continuously are involving themselves in some type of professional and personal development. And I keep a coach, it's really important. And so as a result, I have now begun to help people to become certified in coaching and making sure that navigators are available for people who are just starting out. So get a coach. And if you need to find a coach, you can always call Red Worldwide. My advice for people who are struggling in these times would be, it's really important for us to understand that obstacles are going to always appear. And it is something that I have learned over years and years of experience. My life has been a made-for-TV movie, and I kid you not, down to the ultimate cliffhangers. It has really been a time for me to just reflect and see, okay, what is the lesson in what it is that we're experiencing, and what are the opportunities that are there. Many people are looking at this and all they can see is the obstacles and the barriers. We're shut down, we're not supposed to be moving about the city because of the virus that is plaguing our nation, and all over the world. People are experiencing the same thing that we are. But the one thing that I would say to you is that in this time, there is an enormous amount of creativity and resilience that will come out of you if you will just allow it. What we're doing at Red Worldwide is we have decided during this time is that we would ramp up all of our virtual services that we have to offer, and we have tried to make those available to people who previously may not have had an opportunity to use them. And when I say that, because normally we provide services to mostly small businesses and nonprofit organizations. However, there are some medium-sized businesses and even larger businesses that could use an upgrade in the area of learning how to use virtual services. So we have begun making some of the tools that we use available, helping people to understand how to get into a virtual mode very quickly, helping them to make sure they have the right type of equipment to be able to run a virtual office, showing them how to provide for their employees the types of tools and some of the techniques that they will need to use those tools so that they can get moving quickly as well. We have made sure that we have kept our services available at the pricing that our clients can afford. And even in some cases, if they couldn't afford the pricing, we have reduced the pricing or even made services available for free, because it's important for clients who are in business to understand how to navigate this new landscape. We may be here working in this way throughout the summer, and so we want to make sure that if you have an opportunity that you might have possibly missed, or even an attempt that maybe got botched because you didn't have all the right equipment, that we are able to provide you with as much information and as many of those tools as possible. The greatest professional and personal advice that I have ever received has come from two really dear people to me. One I call Papa, who is I have to say a great resource. I mean, he is such a wealth of knowledge, and he has been such a great encourager through many, many times. And one of the things he told me is that I needed to slow down. That was just such an odd thing to hear him say, but it was really a true thing, because in the desire to make sure that the services were available to as many people as possible, and that we were able to do it better and bigger and faster, I did not realize that I was compromising my own health. And so when he told me slow down, at first I didn't really understand what that meant, but I had to think that through and see areas that I needed to make some improvement in, the areas where I was just unbalanced. And so I had to turn that into instructions that I could understand, which meant, okay, slow down at what, okay, and increase my longevity by how. How much, and in doing that, it helped to not just help me understand how to be better at what I do every day, but to also understand how to be better at being the family person, the wife, the mother, the grandmother, the sister, the friend that I needed to be. Who is Patience Rose outside of being the CEO of Red Worldwide? Well, I'm a real person. I am a real person. I live and breathe and sleep. And sometimes, no, I try to sleep. I love being free to just create. I am such a creator at the core. I wake up in the morning and I think about, okay, what is it that we're going to have for lunch or for dinner, or even sometimes I'm thinking about, how I can create something that's different than what I've done before, how I can change the recipe up, because I love to cook. And cooking for me is therapeutic. I really enjoy it, and it's engaging, but I also love to learn. I am the person who has constantly got 2 or 3 different books that I'm listening to on Audible, or I've got several different books that I've got to, bookmark in that sit at my desk. I'm always in my Kindle trying to learn something different. I am adding certifications every time I can, something new that I can offer people, whether it be in my client base or whether it be for people who I just am coming across, daily, on the street. I have a desire to make sure that I leave this earth with nothing in me. I mean, I want to use everything up. So for that reason, I'm constantly seeing ways that I can serve, things that I can do to help people grow. And myself, I'm, always trying to grow so that I have more to offer. City Central has been such an amazing place for us. We just recently have become a part of the community here, and I tell you, I was so, I don't know how to even describe the gratitude that I had when I came to this place and understood that they were going to support our mission and our initiatives. We're a nonprofit, and sometimes, every place is not a good fit. And it was clear to me when I first had the conversation over the phone with the ladies who so graciously offered to bring me here for a tour, that this might be the place because of the way they described how things worked here, and it just was so inviting. But when I got here and actually got an opportunity to meet Mark Burge and just have him understand our mission and our initiatives and what we believe we want to do for the community in the future and what we've already done so far, he began to walk me around this place and help me to understand how we could fit in. And the way that they have supported us and made sure that it was an easy transition to come from where we were to this location has been amazing. The emails that we get, the information in the community portal, the way that this company has made sure that we always are welcome and everything that we would like to do is possible from City Central. How can you possibly do better than that? Well, I know that you're asking me the question of what it is that I believe the City Central can do to support its community better. I believe it's just doing more of what you're doing. It's such a beautiful place, and having the availability of the tools that we have here helps us to be able to do business better. And that's one of the things that's a key metric for us, is we want to help our clients do business better. And when we have someone like City Central who helps us to do business better, that makes it a lot easier.